Welcome back to the Flow Life. I'm Lindsay Pierce and glad you're here today to join me. We are going to be talking one more time about the AI series and what AI can do to help you with your everyday life. So, there's the daily work things, the mom life, the family routines, travel planning, budgeting, self-care. We've talked about all of those, so you can go back and look at those if you missed any of them. But I couldn't end without sharing a few more fun, game-changing ways that AI helps me to keep my life flowing day to day. So these are kind of the randoms, the ones like, wait, what? where are we gonna fit these in? So maybe they didn't quite fit the main pillars, but they can save our sanity in more ways than one. So here's my list of 10 ways. 10, I know what 10 looks like. 10 ways that you can use AI in your everyday life. So we did talk about packing lists for traveling, but what about packing lists for those weekend tournaments? You can put in a prompt like create a packing list for a weekend football tournament with 2 kids, weather in the 50s. But as we all know, here in Utah, the weather can go from 30 to 60 within a couple hours and back down. No more forgetting pads, socks, mouth guards, sunscreen, chairs, all of the things that you would not want to forget for a weekend tournament. You can do gift ideas. I really like doing this one. So you can put in a prompt, give me a thoughtful gift idea for a 13-year-old boy who likes video games, Legos, and basketball. That described 3 of my kids right there, not one. So if you had a kid who liked all 3 of those things, what can you do? Maybe if you're headed to a certain store, put that link into the prompt as well from Target, Walmart, wherever you're headed to go pick up this gift. You can also do holiday planning and hosting routine schedules. So creating those menus, timelines, how to get your home prepped for guests, guest reminders, maybe some polite text invites to remind them to RSVP. So you can do a prompt, write a Thanksgiving Day schedule with cooking prep, games, and downtime. We all need to remember that downtime. Don't forget the downtime. But having the schedule of what to cook, when to start things, when to even start your oven, that is huge. And just making sure that you plan all of those things in advance. You can do social media captions even for your everyday life. It doesn't have to always be a business thing, but you can share a picture. You can add pictures to AI and say, write a heartfelt caption for a family photo from our last camping trip. If you just a way to sound thoughtful, you can also add, I like to add not bragging. I don't want to sound like I'm bragging. That's not why I post things. I'm posting because I want to share and have these memories to look back on. It's more for me than anything. So I just want to make sure my tone comes out the way that I'm intending it to. You also can have tricky texts and emails. So I told you about the one with the teacher. I needed to make sure I wasn't coming off too aggressive. You can also, if you have a hard time saying no, as many of us do, asking to, make sure that you're saying no, but in a polite way, or navigating tension. So the prompt it is suggesting is write a polite message to reschedule a play date without sounding flaky. So something came up, you need to reschedule. Just being just a way to think things out versus, does this sound right? And you have to go to someone else. So it kind of takes over that for you. You can do reminders for your kids or your teens. So my kids don't love all my reminders and things that I send them. I can hear one of them right now, Mom, I know. But sometimes they just need it to come from a different voice or, a different place, and we need to be in a different place when we write them. So the prompt idea was Write a motivational reminder for a 15-year-old to finish his homework without nagging. So it'll be interesting to see what ChatGPT might say for that, or even, can build in some. We've talked about it in a previous one with time, I think, but just like building re- rewards programs, or if you get this done, or what rewards are appropriate for a 7-year-old for having stray days. There's going to be different ranges, of course, by family. Everyone's different, but finding just that initial like idea giving is kind of nice. There's also daily affirmations or gratitude prompts. And like I mentioned in the last one, I'm not big on gratitude prompts because I just write my three big things of the day that I'm thankful for. But if you, once in a while, you'll need some prompts or some affirmations for, tell it how you're feeling. Like, I feel like I'm dropping the ball. I feel like things are getting away from me. I feel overwhelmed. Tell it what your actual feelings are, and then it can give you affirmations and prompts based on that. Next is, we did talk about vision boards, but you can also do like a personal manifesto. Help me write a paragraph that describes the life I'm working toward in personal, professional, and family. You can also do the F.L.O.W life pillars. Write a paragraph that helps me build out these pillars and what my life is supposed to look like. Next one, we're on 9 already. This is going to be a quick episode, guys, but I just want to make sure you see the possibilities are there with AI versus being scared of it. You can even go into your memories and delete things if you gave it too much information, you don't feel comfortable leaving it there and it's using it too much. There's this one thing I told AI once, and it just hounded me on this thing, so I could go in and delete it. I don't have to deal with it anymore. But speaking of deleting, doing digital decluttering plans. So you can help with that overflowing Google Drive, kind of messy desktop. I think you can even link Google Drive now to your ChatGPT, and probably the Google one as well. But, clean up my desktop, do a photo dump. Sometimes it may take you a while. So a prompt like, create a 3-day plan to organize my phone photos and delete duplicates. I don't think 3 days is long enough. It's going to take me months. But I like to go in, just as a side note. So I have OneDrive, Dropbox, Google Photos, and it does like those memory posts, kind of reminders, notifications once in a while, and I'll go in and look at past years and kind of like today, last year, and the years before, and just focus on one day at a time. Maybe that works for you too. And then last but not least, like emergency plans for, like we talked about, meals and taking pictures of what you have, and versus just having to go to the store all the time. But sometimes things happen, and you feel sick, you don't have a way to get to the store that day, there's a big storm. So give me a 5-day meal plan using what's in my freezer, show a picture of what's in your freezer, and a $30 fresh grocery run. So if you can get to a store, you can tell it that that's a possibility to add things. Otherwise, it needs to use what you already have. Last but not 100%, the whole reason behind this series is to show you how AI can be like that second brain that can think for you a little bit and help you rearrange, organize, help you make plans, help you know what to say, but it doesn't have that way to talk back like your kids do. Unless have you tried that Monday GPT? Oh, that thing is out for vengeance. Come with an attitude if you ever try that Monday GPT. So if you ever had a time where like, I wish there were 2 of me, I wish there were another one, this is the way to do it. You can even ask GPT to 10 questions about you and what your priorities are, what things you want to focus on. So then you can make sure to feed it the information that it can then build off of. So this week's challenge and all the other weeks is to try one of these bonus prompts that I shared here. And then also in the show notes and the blog link, you will find a list of 50 prompts for busy women trying to find more flow in their life. So I hope you enjoy that. And thanks for joining me on this series. Next week, I'm going to be starting it's not going to be all Disney all the time, but I do want to do kind of a Disney World overview. I'm headed there in a few weeks. So lots on my mind there to get planning and things like that. So I wanted to just give you a little heads up that that's going to be 1 week, and then we'll get into a different series. So, and then we'll come back and do Disneyland and then another series. So it's not going to be a full Disney World series like this AI was. So just a heads up, we are going to be talking a little more travel in the coming weeks ahead. So after we do some other topics too. So have a great week, and we'll talk to you next week.